Hey, Starchy Sisters, having some technical difficulties with the little stand. Hold on a second. Okay. I was being chopped off, so I think, I don't know what happens. Some days it's all good, and other days I adjust it and it's too low. There's a little better. Hi, you all. Welcome. Happy Saturday. I'm so glad you are here live. We are kicking off week 3 here in the Starchy household on our 30-day reset. So we've been at it for 2 full weeks and now getting into week 3. That is so exciting, you guys. And yeah, it's time to get started, right? Time to get this party started. I'm so glad you're here. So I wanted to say right off the bat that if you're new here and you haven't downloaded the 30-day reset success guide, I'm going to put it in the description box down below once this is a video. So be sure to do that. And if you haven't joined our Facebook group, be sure to pop over to that. I'll also put the link down for the Facebook group. It's a supportive group, you guys, for this 30-day Starchy Sister Reset. And we're just getting so much love in there and encouragement for the journey and staying on the path of this whole food, plant-based way of eating, right? This high carb, low fat to support us in living this lifestyle for good. So be sure to download the reset guide and be sure, if you do Facebook, to head on over to Facebook and join the 30-day Starchy Sister Reset. We would love to have you there. All right. Those are the 2 top things that I had on the list. The other thing I wanted, let me see. Let me check out my notes here. Hi, Dee, welcome. Hi, Penn, welcome. Dee's from Florida, Penn's from Oregon. Welcome, sisters. So glad you're here. So let's take a minute to just come together. I have my water here, so I hope you all have your water. Take a moment to get your water. I'll take a drink. If you don't have yours, I'll take a drink while you all do that. Oh my gosh, so good, you guys. I have to tell you, when I was getting our angel cards off the shelf, and I put it like, I'll set the card for the day next to it so I can see it every time I walk by. And I didn't want to put the power card back in the bowl, you guys. I just love the power card. For me, this just, it shows that fire, that determination, and just a reflection of like taking our power back. I just love it. But back in the dish it'll go, and I'll mix that all around. But first, while we're here together, let's do our meditation together. So if it feels good, maybe place a hand on the belly, a hand on the heart, and take a deep breath. Arriving in this moment, I smile. 24 brand new hours are before me. I vow to live fully present in each moment, looking at all beings with eyes of compassion, especially myself. And if it feels good, just slide the hands away, open and close the hands. All right, we've arrived, sisters. So let's do our angel card for today. Let's see what the angels, day 16, starting of week 3. Week 3, we are getting into it. All right, let me not look. I feel like if I look, I don't know, I jinx it or something. All right, here's our card. Let's see what it says. Simplicity. I love that. Simplicity. We know that, right? We keep it simple. It is all about simplicity with this way of eating and being. Because the more complicated it is, you guys, the harder it is to stay on track. So keeping it super duper simple. This is a perfect one for today. Simplicity. That is our angel card, and I'll put it back here. All right, let me see. Daphne made it. Welcome from Washington State. Sherry's here. I love it, sisters. Welcome, you guys. I'm so glad you're here. Took time on a Saturday. I appreciate it. I'm glad we're here for week 3 of our reset. So I want to give a special shout out to all my Australian sisters. I have an Australian sister, Leslie Shaw. She leaves me comments and she always says, darn, I can't make the lives because it just doesn't work out with the time zone in Australia. So so I just want to give a special shout out, and to all those, right, that are in different time zones. I know it's hard with the live sometimes for us all to make it here. So just a shout out to all those sisters that can't be here live, or for whatever reason, like you're not able to be here live and you're watching the replay. We're so glad you're here, and be sure for all those replay sisters to put in the comments like where you're joining in from. I love to hear where everyone joins in from. And that way I can kind of like get to know too, like the state, and connect that with everybody. The other thing I wanted to show you is I talk about having those emergency meals that are just ready to go, that you can, pull out in a pinch if you need to. And I talk about the one that I always did, the potatoes in the little package. And so I saw them today at the grocery store, and I said, I'm going to pick one up so I can show the Starchy Sisters. So these are them. They are literally, you guys, they come like this with a little seasoning packet. And if I ever used the seasoning packet, which I did in the beginning, I would just sprinkle the seasoning in there, put veggie broth, and then shake it up and microwave it. And that's it. And I would have that with spinach. And that was my go-to meal in a pinch. And even sometimes not in a pinch, because these little potatoes are just so good. They are so good. I love them. So I wanted to share that with you all. And then I wanted to say, if you're experiencing cravings, this didn't make it in my big list of things to go over, but there's just so much to share with you all, as these weeks go in and as we get in deeper to the reset, and just in this whole lifestyle, right? These things come up. And so cravings can be a big part of that, or even a little part of it. Sometimes those cravings just come up, and really just, I want to kind of reframe it for you. Start looking at cravings with curiosity. Instead of just, oh my gosh, a craving's here, or oh my gosh, I'm craving these, whatever it is, whatever that food is for you. If we start to observe it with curiosity. And Pema Chodron says that a thought will dissipate in 90 seconds if we don't give attention to it. So I just want to think of this as an experiment with cravings. Notice when the cravings come and observe them and think, I wonder how long this is going to last, and time it. See how long the craving lasts before it dissipates without giving into it. And it may be 2 minutes, it may be 4 hours, but just be the observer and notice. And also I would say, notice if it comes back. So say it dissipates like in 10 minutes or so, notice if it comes back later. It's interesting to notice these things, right? Because that gives us fuel for the next time. If it dissipates in 5 minutes, we know next time that the craving will go away, right? Nothing lasts forever. This too shall pass. And the more we're able to recognize that, the more we're able to allow these cravings to come, move through us, and just release and go to our normal, healthy, foundational food that we love eating and we know nourishes our body. So that's a little tip about the cravings, and just kind of really observe them, you guys. I think that'll be really great. And report back to me. Let me know if you have a craving that rises up. How long is that little craving lasting? That sassy little sister gonna be there for? All right, let's see. So day 1 of week 3, where you all are probably finding foods that you like. Maybe you've had recipe fails, maybe non-starchy veggies. You've noticed that those are running out fast. Yeah, just kind of troubleshooting as we get deeper into these weeks. Really, they present different things each week. And so maybe you're noticing that. Maybe you're noticing that you've really found a recipe that you like and that you're sticking to that. That is one to be a keeper, right? Be sure to make note of it so you don't forget about it. You want to have those recipes that you love. And then maybe recipe fails, right? Maybe you've had a recipe that you tried and it's like, oh my gosh, this is not going to do it for me. I am never making this again. And that's okay. That's why we have our emergency meals, right? So when we try those recipes and they're not for us, then we can just let them go and move on to the next meal. And also the non-starchy veggies. This is one thing that maybe many of you have found so far, that they can be the thing that runs out, right? It seems to be that when I talk to Starchy Sisters, it's like, okay, I have the starches on lockdown. Like I can do the starches all day long, like the potatoes, the beans, the rice, all that. But it's the non-starchy veggies that run out, or that I have to continuously prep. And so a little tip on that, I would suggest really getting good about having raw veggies in the fridge, so that those are something you can go to. Tomatoes, carrots, celery, cucumber, zucchini, like all those can be eaten raw, and they're nice to have available in the fridge, so that if you're needing to cook some non-starchies, at least you have some raw veggies in there you can kind of eat with dinner. So yeah, and just noticing these things as they come out, making little adjustments, and then going from there. So I love it. All right. Eve from Switzerland. Welcome, sister. What time is it in Switzerland? Ellen's Healthy Kitchen. Ellen showed up. If you all haven't subscribed to her, be sure to hop on over to Ellen's Healthy Kitchen. She shares so many good tips, and she inspired me too about freezing, which I want to show you guys. So I'm going to show you that right now since I'm thinking of it. So I bought these little trays to do freezing in, because here's the deal. When we eat this way, or me for sure, I cook in big batches. Like when I make a pot of beans, I make a whole pot of beans. I don't just, cut it in half or whatever. So I've been really feeling the need to freeze my food, because I don't like it. Like if I get down to the last little bit of my beans, I don't want to throw that last little bit away. And it's already been like 5 or 6 days. So they're getting ready to be thrown away. And it's like, no, I need to start saving these and freezing them. And the thing I thought about freezing is that when I freeze it and then it just doesn't taste as good, right? I had that misconception like, oh, it just doesn't taste as good. And so I did a test run with my white bean chili. I froze it, I defrosted it, and then I ate it. It was like a few days later, I ate it. And you know what, you guys? It still tasted so good. So I don't know if it's the length of time. Maybe one time I tried it before and it was in there like 6 months. I have no idea. But I am doing it this time, and I am going to master this freezing. And so I wanted to show you these that And I'll put this in the description box down below. It's not the name brand Super Cubes. It's more of the off-brand one. And yeah, I bought 1 pack of these because I wanted to test them out. And so they make it really easy. And I'll just put my thing down a little so you all can see. So this is fresh out of the freezer, and you just kind of push, 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 and they come out in cubes. Yeah, I mean, they come right out, you guys. Like, I didn't fool with this before I'm getting on camera. So these are just like this in cubes, and then you can defrost it. I've seen, I think it's Nutmeg Notebook. She'll put these in bags or a container and put them in the freezer so that she can use her container again. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to I'll either use my plastic bags or find a container to put those in so that I have some things ready to go. And this is so nice because it's in the freezer and I don't have to make a whole meal, and I'm not overdoing it, and things aren't turning bad. So this is a win. I'm going to put this back in the freezer. Actually, I'm going to keep this down. Hi, JJ. Welcome. Roan, welcome. Because I'm going to have you all make lunch with me. So I made this lentils and rice yesterday, which I am really enjoying. And I love it because it can be a base for like a grain bowl. And so I got I got this salad just from the store. And I'm going to put some of this in. I just kind of changed to this one just because it's a different one. I like the iceberg lettuce sometimes as a change. And so just put that in there. I really could use the whole thing. I mean, it's so good, you guys. And then I have the super simple cucumber salad that I did a live on that is so good. And because this has the soy sauce and the vinegar in it, oh my gosh, it smells so good, you guys. It has a dressing on it. Oh, and I did want to turn it over to kind of get that vinegar on all the pieces. Shake that. So just to show how easy this can be to put this stuff together. I mean, this cucumber salad probably took me 5 minutes to put together. I'll put it over these veggies. Yum. And this is 1 whole cucumber. I used in here one of those long English cucumbers. And then the lentils and rice I made, I'll put this right in the center to do just like a grain salad, which I have really been craving this. And I do about a cup. So I just kind of scoop a cup out, and I'm leaving it cold, you guys. This one holds really nicely cold. Some of them, they'll stick together. I'm hungry. I'm doing a little over a cup, and then just sprinkle that on top. And there we go. Super simple, super easy. Lunch is ready to go. Like it goes with our card for today, right? Simplicity. It doesn't have to be complicated. And especially when we're having these things pre-made ahead of time, food is ready to go for us at all times. And if I'm still hungry, I have a little bit of this cucumber salad left. I'll eat that up. But this bowl's looking pretty big to me. And so what I do with this is I just take my fork and my spoon and mix it around. And it gets the taste from the lentils and the rice all around also. This is what I do, you guys. I end up putting so much greens in there, or so much salad in there, and veggies. Yum. All right. I'm going to taste this while you're on because I'm hungry too. Nice big bite. Oh my gosh. So good. Yes. Because I get that little savory from the lentils and rice recipe, which I'm going to put a video out on that. It's too easy not to put a video out on, and it's a nice base recipe, but I get that savory taste from that. And then that, the vinegar and the soy sauce just add that brightness, because that's what I was feeling with this lentils and rice, like it needed something bright. So this really works out good. Yum. So this will be my lunch today, you guys. I'll just eat with all of us here. All right, let's have a drink of water, and then I'll get into all the stuff. And let me check in the chat. Be sure if you have a question or anything comes up, put like 3 question marks in front of your question. So that would help out. I'm making Daphne hungry. Yep, Ellen, you're so right, sister. People who don't eat this way don't know what they're missing. It is so true. I wanted to give you some encouragement for your journey, you guys. I hear so good. I hear so many positive comments, like in the comments of the videos, because we're doing a video a day or a live a day, right? So it's nice to have Starchy Sisters kind of check in there, or just have that be a point of check-in where they can say all's going good or struggling a little bit or whatever. And some of the things I read, like the comments are just so encouraging. But I have to share this one, and I have permission from my sister, Pen. She's here in the comments. She said I can share anything about her. So she's probably like, oh no, what's she going to say? But I'm going to share something she put in our Facebook group yesterday. And I won't read the whole thing, but I picked out a part of it. So she said, and she's been on this journey 2 weeks longer than our reset started. So it's been, I think her and I figured out the other day, 5 weeks. So she went out with her work colleagues, her boss, all that. They went to the lake and went out boating. And she said, the most amazing part, I have to say, they went out boating. There were lots of snacks out there, just all the old kind of junky food that people take, when they're having fun out on the lake. So they had all that stuff, and she was not going to eat it. And she said, the most amazing part of all this is that, I kid you not, I did not crave or even want any of these snack junk foods at all. If anything, I kind of felt like they were the ones missing out. My coworkers commented that I must feel so great, and said my food always smells so good when I'm reheating it in the office. And she's right. I do feel good and good about myself. Just a month ago, I had nowhere near the confidence I have today. As a matter of fact, a month and a half ago, when they all went out on the boat for the day, I declined the invite and said I didn't feel well. Later today, when I got home, I listened to the YouTube Day 15 live. As I listened, the realization hit me that my taste buds have definitely changed. I am loving this food more and more every day. It's why I didn't crave any of those snacks today. Makes me tear up, you guys. My clothes are loosening up noticeably to me, and I just feel so much lighter and have so much more energy, more than I've had in literally years. I just love that. I love it, Pen. She has totally embraced this lifestyle. She's 6 years younger than me. I'm the older sister. I tortured her when she was young, and she's still hanging out with me, which I'm so grateful for. But to have these changes happen for her, and it makes me so happy for her. And it's just a testament to this lifestyle and how these changes, when we stay consistent and committed and do this day in and day out. She works outside the home. She has to pack her food and bring it with her on the boat. She put a picture on, I don't know if maybe she didn't put it on Facebook. She sent it to me personally, but of her zucchini and what she was taking on the boat. And that's what she ate, you guys. And it was fine. And she even shared that on the car ride over, she let them know she's eating whole food plant-based now. And she said they probably didn't even know what whole food plant-based was. But yeah, and her boss, who's a dear friend of hers, said, oh, I have this, like a healthy trail mix or whatever, and with the nuts and seeds and all that. And she said, yeah, I'm not eating that. And so she shared with me, it's built her confidence up, to be able to say, no, I'm not eating that. Thank you. And just go on about the day. And you know what, you all? She had a wonderful time. She had a really good time out on the lake in the boat and felt good about herself and just the changes that are being made within her. So cheers for Pen. And she is just showing, when one shares, what am I trying to say? When one shares, it shows where we also can go, right? That's the reason we share, because it's fuel for somebody else's fire. It's like, okay, if you can do it, if Pen can do it, I can do it. It just shows I can do it, right? So I love that. And then the opposite, I get also those struggles, right? And so I wanted to share one of those with you. And this was in a comment on one of the YouTubes. After a week of doing really well, I let my mind get the best of me. Will I be able to eat this way forever? What if this? What if that? And like I always do, I went off plan. Not with every meal, but with some of them. Then came the defeat and the shame. Today's message, she was commenting on I think it was 2 days ago, video I put out about the taste buds. Today's message spoke to me, and it's so nice to know that this is sustainable for life, with intentional choices from time to time that may not be on plan. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm taking my power back today. I love that, sisters. That is such a win, right? It's noticing these things. It's realizing that this is a way of eating and living for life. And so are we 100%, the 30-day reset, I have been so diligent about saying 100% commitment, all in 30 days, you can do it. And the reality is, after the 30 days, and maybe for some of you all during the 30 days, you will have commitments outside the home that you have to keep, that you have to make adjustments for, right? As this Starchy sister said, that aren't on plan. And for sure, for her, she had that mind, that sassy little ego girl, I call mine, of saying, can I really do this forever? Like, forever is a long time, sisters. And that's why I say, especially when we're starting out, forever feels like a long time when we're first starting out. Once we've paved the path, forever seems like I'm going to do this for life. So it's like, it's no big deal. But when we're starting out and we're like on shaky ground still, it's so important to just the next meal, one meal at a time, one day at a time. I can do this for today, right? So just know where you are on the journey. Like if you've been doing it for 10 years and you're on solid foundation, that's great. And if you're just starting out, like this is doing the 30-day reset and we're still getting our sea legs, right? Still getting strong in this lifestyle. It's so important to guard yourself so fully so that you can be successful in this way of eating and living. Because what you're doing is you are creating a solid foundation for yourself. So think about our houses, right? What about if we built our house on mud or dirt or sand? We don't want to do that because the house would just crumble and it wouldn't be able to withstand anything. Wind would come and the house would crumble. And so that's why it's so important. These 30 days, we're building this strong foundation of eating 3 meals a day, eating whole food, plant-based, no oil, low fat. We're eating these whole foods. We're resetting our palate. All that is part of building this strong foundation. That's why I did that Reset Success Guide. So get that. If you haven't gotten the Reset Success Guide, download it, read it again, sisters. We're midway through the reset. Revisit it. Look at that stuff. Like I put my energy into that for a reason for you all. And so, yeah, just the reminder that all of those things are how I built my foundation. And my foundation is rock solid. It is rock solid. And so if you look at those in the reset guide, the guidelines I have you follow, that is how you build the foundation. And so really wanting that strong foundation that we're standing on. We went on in the comments because as many of you know, if you send me comments, I'll comment back and then maybe you'll comment back and then I'll comment back again. I'm a last commenter. Like I'll keep commenting a lot of times. Sorry about that. But her and I, talked back and forth a bit. And then she said, last night I watched your video about how we can sabotage ourselves. It was like you were talking to me. So to see that someone else has had the same exact experiences and they persevered and came out on the other end, healthy, energetic, and vibrant, has totally inspired me. And so what I want to share from this, pick out of that, so sweet, is that watch my videos. And I'm not saying that to say, oh, my videos are so great or anything like that. I am saying it to say every single video I have done from my heart and from my journey with the intention to help other starchy sisters like me out there who are suffering. And so I have put energy into them, you guys. It's not just something that I was just like, okay, I'm just going to do this video. No, they are thought out. They are intentional so that they can give fuel for your own fire on this journey. So go back and watch some of them. She watched the sabotaging one because it's how I sabotaged my own weight loss journey. It comes from experience. And this is what I knew sitting at home, depressed, defeated, depleted. I said, now I'm really going to cry. But I said, I know there are others out there just like me. I know it. And if there are others out there just like me who have tried this whole food plant-based, fell on again, off again, tried the starch solution, all of that, then if this really works, I have got to document this and get the word out there to help other women. And so that is where these videos come from. They come from that place They don't come, you know, I think I've said it enough. They're intentional. They're there to help all of us move forward on our journey. And I hope that that energy comes out in the videos. So I'm glad it was helpful to this sister. And yeah, I'm glad it got her. So she's back on track again, right? Because who doesn't want to live their most healthy, vibrant, energetic life? Raise your hand, send me an email, and let me know. Because I want to, right? And I know that we all want to. We all want to live our best lives, sisters. All right. So if you need fuel for the fire, go back to those old videos. They are there for a reason. Let me see. Oh, I love this. So in our last live, one of the Starchy sisters wrote in the chat, giving up addictive food is the hardest thing. Junk food is absolutely the hardest. And I just want to say, sisters, this is what you are doing. You are detoxing from these addictive junk foods, right? And that is no small feat. And I have a feeling, we'll see what manifests, but I have a feeling that part of my journey eventually will be talking about food addiction, because it has been a big part of my journey. And now I have learned through abstaining, just leaving some of those trigger foods alone and not even touching them. It has been such a powerful choice for me, and it really keeps my strong foundation going. And if I would have thought in the beginning, like when I did my pantry video the other day, I mean, you guys, there's a container of Hershey's cocoa in there, because I used to make PB with J's chia chocolate pudding, and it had, you know, bunch of dates. It was so yummy. But besides that, my only point with saying that is I was in there and I have not had a stitch, a taste, a lick of chocolate ever since I started a year and 4 months ago. Had I told myself starting, oh my gosh, I am not going to have chocolate for a year and 4 months, what would that have done to my brain? Like, I probably would have thrown in the towel that first day. You know what I mean? I kept the cocoa powder in there. The chia seeds are still in there. I have dates in the fridge that are I need to get rid of them. They're over a year old because I haven't made anything with dates. But if I would, just to the point, if I would have told myself forever, or, you know, like this sister said, or, you know, for a year, I just wouldn't have done it. And so it's so important that we're just here for this moment, for this day, for this meal, staying true to ourselves. I got sidetracked from this last one. Oh, the addictive foods. And so these were addictive foods for me, right? And so cleansing my palate, keeping them off my menu. I didn't even have the wherewithal to intentionally say that, you guys. I just knew I was starting the Starch Solution maximum weight loss, and I was eating these foods. I looked more at what I could eat. And every time I had a question, I went back to those guidelines. Okay, what can I eat? Oh, okay, I can eat fruit. I can eat veggies. I need to increase my non-starchy veggies. Okay, I can eat starch, rather than, oh, I can't have whatever. Like, I knew if I wanted those foods, they're there for me. But what happens is when you build that strong foundation, time goes by, and I promise you, you probably won't want them. You probably won't want them, depending on how long you wait for your foundation to get strong. Sometimes if we, you know, we have to wait till we have a strong foundation, sisters. All right. So I wanted to share with you, I had a cup of tea the other day. Ooh, let's take a drink of water. Let's get a drink of water before I go on to the next point. Yum. Almost halfway done. I'm so glad you're here, Starchy Sisters. Week 3, right? Week 3, we're doing it. Going into week 3 of our reset. All right. If you have any questions, be sure to put question mark in front of it. I see you all are having good chit chats. I love it. Oh, Kristen's here. Welcome, sister. Joy's here. Welcome, sister. Joy she is living the plant-based life. So is Kristen. So are so many of you. I see you guys. I see your pictures. I see your comments in the Facebook. I just love it. Sunny27 is here. Ron's here. Calm Vibe V is here. Cheryl's here. Debbie Brooks. Yay. All right, you guys. Let's see what's next. Oh, the message from my tea. So I was drinking tea the other day, the yogi tea, and on the little satchel thing, it has a message. And it says, know the unknown, hear the unheard, and see the unseen. Know the unknown, hear the unheard, see the unseen. This to me spoke to me, sisters, because on this journey, we have to see the unseen, right? We have to hear the unheard. We have to know the unknown, because we are moving like I didn't know this version of me, right? I didn't see her yet. I didn't hear her yet. Like listen to my voice, right? I'm talking on YouTube. I am on, like, I didn't vision this for myself. And so we have to start visioning for ourselves what we see in our future, because that sister is waiting for you. This version of me was already waiting for me. I just had to be able to see her. And so that can provide so much fuel for your fire. Like, start visualizing. I've said this in my videos too. I started to visualize. I started to see myself. I started to feel how it would feel to have more energy, to be vibrant and healthy. And so much so that I could taste it. I look back at some of my videos and I was feeling so good, you guys. And I still had, I had only lost like 15, 20, 30 pounds. I still had 25 pounds to lose, or 25 or 30 or 35. And I was feeling so good. It doesn't take long for the benefits of this lifestyle to start being felt in the body. And then the physical body will catch up. So just focusing this week maybe on visualizing that life that you see for yourself. How do you feel? How does it feel in your body? What do you see yourself doing? Like, see her, taste her, smell her, know her, because that is where you will be if you continue on one meal at a time, one day at a time. This is your transformation journey, sisters. Like, you all have got this. You have got it. All right. So visualization, really getting an idea of what you see for yourself. It makes such a difference. Makes such a difference. And then I wanted to say too, like, as far as the reset guidelines, go back, like I said, go back and revisit them. We're halfway through the reset. So to go back and revisit the guidelines can be so helpful. Like, read the whole success guide again. It's not so long, right? I think I did it like 4 or 5 pages, and it even has space for writing and all that stuff. Remind yourself. The one thing I've learned is the more I inundate myself with this stuff, the more I'm in that mind state, right? If it's just one little part of the day that I'm thinking about my reset or my commitment to this lifestyle, if it's just at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, we need more than that. We need for it to be this whole energetic mind, whatever. It's like we're brainwashing ourselves to live the lifestyle we want and to be that version of ourselves. That's what I was doing to get to this version of me. And so we start to see I had lived 54 years with the other messages coming in, right? That the standard American diet is the way to eat, or just I'm unhealthy, I don't feel good. All of that stuff going through my mind, I had to bring in positive stuff. I had to motivate myself every single day. And how did I do that? I watched Dr. McDougall. I read the books. I read my commitments. I wrote down what I was eating. I thought about this all the time because this is what I needed to move into this life. If we want it to be a lifestyle, we have to go from our old lifestyle to a new lifestyle. But you know what? Start living that new lifestyle now, today, this moment, and then you'll be here before you know it. You will be there before you know it, sisters. So as much as you can, bring this into your consciousness because you're retraining your brain and you're starting to think about food, the way you want to live your life, and you're starting to think about yourself differently, which is so important, right? We want to have that positive self-talk because for so many of us, by the time we get into midlife, we have got that wired down in our brain how to talk negatively, how to bash ourselves, how to put ourselves back in place. No more of that. We're done with that. We've spent the first half of our life doing that. It's over. It stops now. I want to give you permission to silence that voice in your head. Tell that sassy little ego girl, shush up. I am not listening anymore. And visualize the life you want for yourself. And one meal at a time, one day at a time, you will get there. Thank you for the heart, sisters. You will get there. I love it. All right. Yes. Okay. All right. Let me check into the chat box. Yes. Laser beam focus. You are so right, JJ. Yep. Lighter every day. I'm lighter every day. Yes. You all are so encouraging. Yeah, I love that description of my future self is waiting for me, Sunny 27. Yeah. Ellen says the piñata beans and the white bean chili are on fire. I love that. And she said crowding out the addictive foods with foods that support us is key. Yeah, crowding out those addictive foods, right? With foods that support us. That's a good one, Ellen. Just that reminder of making sure we're eating enough, right? Eating enough of the good stuff. Because if we're not eating enough of the good stuff, we're going to be craving the old habit pattern stuff and those addictive foods because we're needing to get those foods in. So yeah, making sure we're eating enough foods. I love it, you guys. All right. Aw, thank you, Sunny. Sunny 27 said, absolutely, Shauna, you are so sincere and it comes through 1,000,000%. I think that's 1,000,000. I love it, sister. Aw, thank you, you guys. All right. So week 3, day 1, simplicity. It amazes me that I can get on these lives and still have something to say, you guys. Like some days I feel like I've said it all. And other days I feel like I have just a whole list of stuff to share. So simplicity is our word. I have my big bowl of salad and my grains to eat. I love it. And I'm so glad you guys are here. Let me see. Yeah, be sure to tell me, like, keep me posted on how you all are doing. JJ said she could hear it over and over. I'm your head cheerleader. I love it. I love it, you guys. Yes, yes, it is so good. All right, so we're keeping strong. We're on week 3. I mean, this 30 days is going by, you guys. It's just amazing, right? When we look back, it's like, wow, 2 weeks ago we started, and here we are. We're on week 3 already. And it's not the big jumps in time, it's the daily steps that matter, right? These meals, one day at a time, one meal at a time, we're showing up for ourselves over and over and over again. I just love it, you guys. And I love you all. I love you all. I believe in you. I believe in you. I know you can do it. Like, we have this fire in us that we know a better way. And so we just need to continuously show up and choose ourselves, because I promise you, once these taste buds change and this food, it tastes better than any food out there. Once you have that foundation down, you just want to stay in your foundation all the time. All the time. And that's what we're building in this 30 days, which is so exciting to me. 30 days, we're building this strong foundation so that we can just continue on. But we don't need to worry about that. We're here in this moment. All right, you guys. I love you. I believe in you. I know you can do it. Let's continue on. A new video coming out tomorrow. I might pop on live again this week. We'll see what happens. And then we'll be live again Wednesday. Be sure to hit the like button down below. Put a comment in the comments. Let me know how you all are doing. And one more thing I do want to say. When you share your story in the comments below or in the Facebook, you are really showing other Starchy sisters that they can do it too. And I just love that, because once we experience this, maybe our family doesn't want to listen, but there are Starchy sisters who just will read the comments and they'll see, oh, this is really working for somebody. Oh, wow, they're saying they're feeling lighter and have more energy. Like, your comments matter. So yeah, just want to say that. All right, you all. Let's see. Let me see. Love the loves. Love you, soldier sister. Yes, Starchy sisters, we are strong. I love you guys. Mwah. I will see you tomorrow in a video and then live on Wednesday for sure. Love you guys. Have a beautiful Saturday. Simplicity. Keep it super simple.